about set for football here at Ford Field in Detroit. Today, a couple of rivals doing battle in the NFC North. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions.
Please welcome Dan Campbell and your defending NFC North champion, Detroit Lions.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. And we are underway in downtown Detroit. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah, and all Jared Goff does every year, Mike, is lead one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. But I'm not sure he gets the credit he deserves. I think so many people wanted to give credit to Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, and rightfully so, as he makes this transition to kind of the next era of Lions football without Ben Johnson. I think people are going to see just how big of an impact Jared Goff had, not only in the 15 games they won last year, but they believe they have a Super Bowl contending team in Detroit. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Goff to throw on first down. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up second and 5.
Second and 5 at the 46-yard line.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. A long one from Gibbs. 37 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
On first down, it's Goff. That's the third-round rookie pick, Isaac Slaw. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Now here's second and goal. Goff to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg, able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions 7, Packers nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Williams. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Love out quickly to Dobbs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd down, they need 5. From the gun, it's Love. That was reeled in by Golden. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
And the Packers first down. A gain of 12. First down, Green Bay.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. So they come to the line for first down and 10. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here. His ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
That's caught downfield. Dobbs. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First down.
That one good for 29.
The 16-yard line.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
On first and 10, here comes Jacobs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Second and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Good coverage there in the end zone, and is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Here's Love. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in! Dontavian Wicks. Touchdown, Packers.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Packers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. On behalf of Greg, myself, our entire crew, we hope you're having a great Thanksgiving. The NFL has done such a good job, not only in extending this Thanksgiving over the years to 3 games, but over the last few years specifically, really putting the focus on John Madden. What he meant to Thanksgiving, what he meant to football, including this game. The John Madden Thanksgiving celebration. Man, was a staple on TV, and we at EA Sports proud to do our part to honor John and keep his legacy going forever. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward, and will give him 4 yards.
The tackle by Nate Hobbs. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6. At the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's second down and 6. From the gun, it's Goff. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
That's good.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll go play action with Goff. And across the field, it's St. Brown. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
At the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Isaac Tesla was the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's another.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
17-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover. And
he's in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Packers 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. There is a marker down. He is past the 25-yard line. But let's see what the flag is about.
Automatic first down.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
The ball carrier taken down at the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Love to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Here's Love to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, Packers.
That's good for a Packers first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He did not want to go down there. Carry tacklers. It's a gain of 9.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it's going to bring up a third down. They'll go with the sneak. And he will have a Packers first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
First down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Love. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And you will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That's another Packers first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
2nd and 10. Now Love. The outside. It's brought in by Golden. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on 3rd down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On play action, Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Love firing to Golden. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
That's another.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
So we are through one on this Thanksgiving Day. 14-7 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. Here comes 2nd and 4 as we are ready to get back underway. Pass caught. It's Golden. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
First down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has...
And he'll take this one in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
McManus on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Packers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease. Their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on first down. Off the play fake, here's Goff. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. It's 2nd down.
I think now we're starting to see this defense start to make some adjustments. We saw him give up a few plays earlier in the game, especially to this back. So he's someone they have to understand. He's not just going to hurt you on the ground. He also is a threat in the passing game. So nice job there making some adjustments on the back end, and they forced the incomplete. Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop. Gets in to bring him down.
A loss of 7.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
On fourth down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from a season ago, Jack Fox, to punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line.
First and 10.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. Past midfield to the 45. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll run the draw with Jacobs. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and 9. Throwing is Love. That one's down the field, but it is incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And it'll be third down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
It's a gain of
That's his
21
third
yards.
catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. And a Packer first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now it's McManus for the point after. His kick is good. And the Packers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Yeah! He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14, and they'll begin first and 10. Goff to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Micah Parsons in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Goff. That one taken in by St. Brown. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Throwing here is Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. It is a big play there for the Lions. 31 yards.
First down.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. He connects with St. Brown. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Williams in motion. Catch is made by Wright. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Lions first down.
First down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
A toss to the right. Here comes Gibbs. The defense stringing them out. No gain. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there.
16 yards.
Good pickup of 16 on that screenplay and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
They'll run the draw with Gibbs. Oh, making defenders look silly out there. On his way into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Good play action with Love. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Love. That is into the hands of Wicks. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he will have a Packers 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
Good running inside the 25. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
A gain of 18 on
and we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's to his tight end, Musgrave. And he's going to be close to the 1st down. Out of bounds, just a little short. Need to pick it up on 3rd down.
And inches.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have the 1st down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good runner. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
I can tell you from experience, Mike, that is going to be on his mind the rest of the week. It's one thing to drop a ball. That's going to happen every now and then. But when you do it and it takes away a touchdown, man, that stings. So we can talk short-term memory all we want. I can promise you this guy, he's hoping to get another shot at it.
Love's pass complete to Matthew Bolden. A gain of 3
goal. Here's Love. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This from 30 yards out. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers will take a 24-21 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. One of the tight ends in motion right. On play action. Goff to the right side. That's St. Brown. And he'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now. And a first down to boot.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive. But now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup of 5.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
From the 46, here's second down and 5. Williams in motion. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he's going to have the first down yard. Across the 50 to the 48.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Goff to throw on first down. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And that will lead to a second down.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Goff. Open man is the tight end right. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
Detroit Lions.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That's caught by Tesla. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down.
10 at the 11-yard line.
Now Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It will be their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. This one caught just past the pylon. Rock right. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, what a great play call down there, using the size of the tight end. You've been there. That's a really difficult play to pull off.
And I can promise you, Mike, they spend a lot of time all week working on this very play. They go down in the red zone, and they talk through it. They walk through it. He understands he's got that big body tight end. Use all of that space to the outside. Keep the ball away from the defender. And it's the trust knowing that your guy is going to keep those feet in bounds and come down with 6.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions have taken a 4-point advantage.
Packers 24.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Get this over the middle to Golden. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
Packers going to use their final timeout now. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
And a Packer first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Love to throw. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave.
Complete to number 88, Luke Musgrave. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
3rd down, 3 to go. To throw is Love. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Really nice coverage here on 3rd down. They took away all of the outlets the quarterback had. Really left them with no opportunity other than to just throw that ball away. It's going to bring up 4th down.
They'll go for it. Love. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th Floor Studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. Trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run with Jacobs. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack. But then they get their hands on the ball. And I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there, probably the best possible outcome.
Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own
That's
36-yard
Amon-Ra
line.
St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Goff going to hold on to it. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down. He gets 5 and needed only a yard.
And the Lions
Give a lot of credit to the left side of this offensive line. They're the ones who are going to do all of the work here, opening up that lane for their guy to run through. And really nice patience there by the back, letting his blocks develop to make sure he can pick up that 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the 1st half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 9. Throwing here is Goff. To the outside, that's St. Brown. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
Gain of 19 yards.
Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown. Amon-Ra gives the Lions a 1st down.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
Not much happening there, just a short gain.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Lions 35, Packers 24.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Offside. Defense. Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Love. That is pulled in by Musgrave. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 12 yards.
12 yards on that hookup. 1st down, Packers.
First down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Love. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And that is incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. 3rd down coming up.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here of the defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with a pick.
A 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jenkins. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The 42-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. A good play action with Love. That's caught downfield. Dobbs. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's another.
They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
A 2nd down throw for Love. This one caught at the 4. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
Packers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Love. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this 2-point try.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Moving to his right, and he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On second down, Goff. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be ball in. He's got it. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Lions. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions tack on one more to their lead.
The score, Lions 42. Packers 32.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Williams now to return. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they'll try to keep it going. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Quick slash into the hands of Golden. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. Give him 14 on that play. One play, one first down.
First down. A gain of 14. And the Packer
So from the 36, it is 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. DJ Reader, as usual, from that interior spot with the play.
A gain of 4.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Packers first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Packers.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Throwing is Love. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25.
22 yards.
That pass play good for 22. First down, Packers.
A gain of 22 yards.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs. And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
2nd and inches. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
Love to throw it on 1st down. That is into the hands of Wicks. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. This is hot toward the side of the end zone. Christian Watson, touchdown Packers.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage, great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
McManus on for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Packers are back within a field goal. The lead is 3.
Packers 39.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Now, Goff. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
A run up the middle, it's good. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
We're on to the 4th on Thanksgiving Day. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak, and he's going to have a Lions 1st down. Able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First carry for David Montgomery. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
Brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Goff. That's right side and into the hands of Tismaw.
Offensively landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Lions 1st down.
First and
A lot
10
could
at the
go wrong
26-yard
anytime you
line.
decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Micah Parsons getting in for the sack. And that's going to lead to third and very long.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Throwing here is Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up fourth down. So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, after his field goal, Bates backed out to kick this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Off the play fake. Here's Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft.
Love's pass complete to Tucker Kraft. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Love. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Here's Love. That's to the left side and taken in by Golden. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First down. It's a gain of 10. And a Packer first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Good throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
10 yards.
It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass ball's incomplete. DJ Reed that time. Good tight coverage, and he's able to get a hand on it.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it, because it could have been even a bigger play.
Yeah. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
They get 21 on that one. First down, Packers.
Here in the fourth quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the Lions' 17-yard line.
In motion goes Dobbs. On play action, Love. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
Here's a third down and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Lions have got it. Still going. And he fumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. And the dream return for the touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
So, after the fumble return, they'll bring the offense out and go for 2.
The Lions will set up.
Goff to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. first down. It's Love. And the throw left sideline caught. They ruled incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's second down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Get this over the middle to Golden. Gonna mark him down just shy of the 40. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Green Bay first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Here's Love. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one, good for 16 yards.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Aleem McNeil in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Love. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Love to throw. Quick throw here is complete. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Packers.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw is Love. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
To throw is Love. And he will score again. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers have cut the deficit to 5.
Lions 51, Packers 46.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. He'll start at the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So, Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On play action. Goff under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Micah Parsons in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
So right now, there's got to be a pretty honest conversation on the sideline between the offensive coordinator and the offensive line coach. They've got to come up with a way to get this guy blocked, and whether it's extra bodies at the line of scrimmage or different protection calls, whatever they got to do, they cannot continue to let one guy wreck the game.
On 2nd down, Goff. That's caught, slides us long. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give them 6 on that play.
Taken down at the
That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They hand it to Gibbs. And he's going to have the 1st down yard. Across the 50 to the 48. Packers going to use their final timeout now. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
10 at the 48-yard line.
First and 10. Williams in motion. 1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Goff with the give to Montgomery. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Benjamin Cooper on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. Here's a 2nd and 9. Tight end going in motion here. They'll drop to throw. Catch is made by Wright. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
3rd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
So it's a win here for the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.